Samsung, proud sponsor of Tech Busters.
Well, today Vodacom launched the Kicka, a low-cost smartphone designed specifically to make it possible for more South Africans to get access to the internet and really bringing the price of smartphones down, because this smartphone is costing 549 Rand. It runs the latest version of Android 4.4 KitKat. I mean, it's insane that a device costing this much is running the latest Android version, and it has over 4 gigs of memory. It's got everything you need on it, like Bluetooth. It's got Wi-Fi. It's got. It doesn't have the greatest camera in the world. It's got a 2-megapixel camera, but I mean, look at this device. It's got a beautiful screen. It's colors. It's a full-on color screen. The quality is not bad at all. It's got a very decent battery life as well. It's got all the apps preloaded on it as well. Well, most of them, the important ones like Facebook and Twitter, etc. But Toby, 549 Rand for a KitKat smartphone is the cheapest in the market at the moment. And I remember being in a keynote address with Eric Schmidt 3 years ago, and he said that when these smartphones come down below the $75 margin, around about $50, then you're going to see a massive explosion in the smartphone industry. And you know, if this doesn't signal...
It's funny, I was in a keynote with him about 2 years before that,
and he said
it was $100 or $150. But we finally reached a point where smartphone technology is cheap enough and easy enough. I'm not sure who makes that for Vodacom, ZTE or Huawei, but it is a great little device. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Well,
it's definitely an entry-level first smartphone for people who've been using feature phones, and there's nothing wrong.
Well, I spoke to the guys at Vodacom, and they actually spec'd this phone themselves. They sent the manufacturer, they said, this is what we want in the phone. It comes in a range of different colors, and this certainly must signal the end of the feature phone. You know, it makes no sense buying a feature phone in the market right now. But what's great about this, it comes coupled together with some prepaid data bundles as well, and they've introduced some new pricing with regards to the data that you can surf for an hour at a certain amount and everything. So what Vodacom is doing, they're certainly making it more attractive for people to get online, own these smartphones, and drive the price of data down. So, great little device for 549 Rand. It's absolutely insane. Where next? 400 Rand.
It's about a $50 phone. That's what we're looking at.
I think really by the end of this year, we're going to have 400 Rand phones with the same specs.
In 2010, Peter Ace, who was the CEO of Vodacom at the time, showed off a $40 phone. That was just nowhere near as slick, nowhere near as good. I think the thing that stands out for me is how responsive the touchscreen is. It really is there. Speaking of touchscreens, you know, people complain when they smash their screens, and I always say to them, just put on a cover. I'm sorry that it doesn't look good and it doesn't show off the iPhone, but really a cover's great, and I know you have one of these as well. It's a company called Tech 21, and they call it Impactology. But what's really amazing is this polymer, this orange polymer that you can see in the side. And as you can see from the video footage, what's so remarkable is it's very pliable and very soft. But if you add any kind of pressure, you hit it with a hammer, or you drop it, suddenly it becomes, go for it. Suddenly it becomes really tough, and it looks afterwards.
Oh my word.
If only in the very first TV show you and I did together, I had one of these on my iPhone when you threw it off set. Anyway, it's really tough. They use it as well in bike jackets, motorbike jackets. Very pliable, moves easily. The second that there's pressure or tension, or it hits the ground or it drops, it hardens up and adds the protection. So Tech 21, I just think it's really great. It looks decent. It's compact, it's firm, it has everything I want in an iPhone cover, and they make them for a whole range of other phones. Samsung Galaxies, obviously.
But you know,
essential these days to have a tough cover for your phone.
You know what they did at CES? They had a piece of that rubber plastic.
Yeah, we were there together.
And the guy had it over your finger, and they were smashing your finger with a hammer, and you didn't feel anything on your finger. It's just amazing, amazing quality of plastic.